South Korea, meanwhile, is in the grip of an unlikely political agitator as it prepares for elections next month. A weekly podcast of conversations between four middle-aged political commentators called Nayun Gomsuda or Namgomsu for short. The tone is irreverent, the politics fiercely anti-government, and its audience largely young, politically disaffected voters in their 20s. Our Seoul correspondent Lucy Williamson has been to meet the men behind it and the fans they're bringing back to politics.
The last time four men with shaggy hair produced this kind of reaction, they turned out to be the biggest music celebrities in the world. But these guys aren't the Beatles. They're not even pop stars. They're middle-aged political commentators with a knack for anti-government satire. And a hugely successful podcast called Nakomsu, or I'm a Petty Trickster. So how do they get 1,000 young fans like Yoonji here to turn up on a Saturday night?
They are willing to say anything. They do not try to hide, and they are honest, and they do not try to hide their feelings against government and what the government is trying to do. They are willing to criticize freely for us.
Since listening to Nakomsu, Yoonji has begun protesting everything, from Japan's wartime sex slaves to her government's free trade agreement with the US. Today she's joining more than 1,000 other Nakomsu fans on a 2-hour journey outside Seoul to a jail where one of the show's hosts is serving time for slandering South Korea's president. Nakomsu regularly makes serious allegations against President Lee Myung-bak, known in the show as His Highness. It's already been banned by the military, and judges have complained of being penalised for using its catchphrases. So is its appeal simply the noxious lure of gossip?
That's what our critics always say, that we're spreading false rumors, taking advantage of the freedom of speech, that we're lying. But a lot of things we say later turn out to be correct. People who criticize us are simply afraid that what we say is true.
But what really makes these unlikely celebrities frightening to the establishment are their fans. Young voters may hold the key to the upcoming elections here this year, and through Nakomsu, many are discovering politics for the first time. In amongst this crowd are students, entrepreneurs, even some civil servants. Most of them have never taken part in protests before, but this little piece of counterculture has just created thousands of new political activists. 25 years after democracy began here in South Korea, political debate just got a whole lot more interesting. Lucy Williamson, BBC News, South Korea.